Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you so much for joining me today, Sunday the 11th of December, going on to the 12th of December of 2022. I felt called to do a divine spread. Today it's been full of signs and synchronicities. It is the 11th when I'm doing this reading. And I haven't done a reading on Sunday for a while, a divine spread. I felt called to do this. All the signs are pointing towards that someone out there needs some special guidance. Messages need to come through. And that's why I am fitting this reading into my schedule, into my life. As we know, we need to trust our instincts, our intuition, and the signs that are coming through to us, and we need to share those with others. So that's why I'm here. I want to thank you all so much and hope that you're all doing well. Thank you for joining me here on the weekend. I really feel called to light the candle. This is from Sally's Magical Candles. Sally's Magical Handcrafted Candles. You can get her link beneath the video. Sally, this is for you. I did say I was going to light it for Christmas, but I think today is a very important day. So I'm lighting it. Thank you for your beautiful gift, Sally. And sending you lots of blessings, warm hugs, and hoping that you are well, my darling. So let's begin the reading. A divine spread it's going to be. Mars is still retrograde in the sign of Gemini. I've had trouble with my mobile phone. I've had trouble with my camera. It just keeps, the software just keeps quitting. Hopefully it is recording. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on. With Mars retrograde in Gemini, Gemini is all about anything to do with data and anything to do with the internet and how we communicate, the means in whatever we use to communicate, anything electrical, anything pertaining to computers, laptops, even white goods. That's what Gemini is. And Mars retrograding there. It feels like a Mercury retrograde, actually. Remember that Gemini is a Mercury ruled sign, my dear friends. The moon is transiting through Cancer and is, when I'm reading, it's trining over to Jupiter in Pisces. So beautiful trine from the moon being in its home sign of Cancer, trining beautifully over to Jupiter at the last degrees of Pisces. So some of us may be feeling a little bit more emotional at this time, very connected, very psychic energies around right now, frequencies, so take advantage of them. Okay, what's fallen out is the Ten of Cups, and it came out like this. So what I'm thinking is that this is probably coming from a reversed position, sort of turning up. We have come through a lot of hardships. Ten of Cups is empty, right? 10 cups that are empty. We know that Jupiter is promising lots of gifts as he's leaving Pisces very soon. The sun is transiting through Sagittarius. Happy birthday, my dear Sagittarian friends. We are coming into the Capricorn season as Mercury and Venus have stepped into Capricorn. Let's see what's going on. A divine spread, dear Spirit. What are the energies? What are the messages? What is it that we need to know? Can you please advise? What is it that we need to know? What's showing up after this difficult full moon in Gemini that was right on Mars. And God knows, excuse the French, the shit hit the fan many times for many people. I've seen it all around me. It's happened for me. I'm sure it's been very frustrating and very stressful for many of us. Let's see what's going on. Divine spread. I haven't done one for a while, so here we go. So at the foundation, we've got the Page of Pentacles. What is hidden? Eight of Wands. Recent past, we have the Hanging Man. In the now, or whenever you get to view this message, we've got the Five of Swords. We're still in this energy. There's still a lot of conflict, and I believe this is more, it's very internal, but in whatever we feel internally, we tend to show outwards, right? And I still see some frustration. We are coming away from those energies, but this also in the now position says that this can be self-sabotage in how we're wanting to move forward, but this could be also relating to our perception that there's still a lot of competition, other people involved, gossip, anything like that comes under the Five of Swords. What's crowning? Seven of Pentacles. So we're still feeling a little bit stuck. What we don't know is the Eight of Wands. So the energies are going to start to play out, things are going to start to change. That's what the Eight of Wands says to me in the hidden position. We see the hold up here, right? The Hanging Man. Some of us are still going through those huge 12-year endings as Jupiter is at the last anaretic critical degree of the 29th degree of Pisces, which is obviously in this full moon in Gemini happening just a few days ago. Obviously the mutable signs are feeling it extra. Mutable signs being Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo and Pisces. So we're looking at what we've been invested in. That's what this Seven of Pentacles says to me in the crowning position. Let's see what the action and advice is moving forward. We've got the Page of Wands, which is the minor arcana of the Fool. Okay, and I do see Aries energy with the Page of Wands. Could be Sagittarius as well. Remember, Jupiter rules Sagittarius. The Sun is transiting through Sagittarius. It's all about freedom, detaching from the past, letting go of anything karmic, anything that you felt imprisoned by, anything that you felt confused by, where there's been illusion, deception. That's probably why we've got the Five of Swords. There has been a lot of lies, deception, self-deception as well. That's probably why we've been stuck, right? But we see here that there's gutsy energy, there's curiosity, there's enthusiasm, and that's what Sagittarius, the Sagittarius Sun is telling us about. It's all about wanting to go on that adventure, explore, expand, feel optimistic about the future. Jupiter stepping back into Aries does promise a lot. Let's see what the possible outcome is. Seven of Cups. I believe here it's not so much the confusion for me, and I'm not reading reversals, and we've got a couple of sevens, and sevens do speak to hardships, conflict. And I don't know what seven means for you. Seven is the Chariot. It's about moving towards victory, deciding to take those reins and not fear bringing in the changes, or moving forward with the changes that are in front of you or that you're pushed to make by spirit. Seven of Cups can speak to open doors, many doors opening, clearing up of the confusion, the illusion, possibly. Let's see what the planetary positions and the divine messages speak of. Remember, as above, so below. Whatever's going on up there in the sky is a reflection of our lives here on this earth. We have the Empress, Taurus, Libra. The Empress as an energy is very much about manifestation, expansion, growth, Venusian matters. Remember, Venus has stepped into Capricorn now, which says that Spirit is saying keep on keeping on, like keep the effort. Venus, keep the effort going. Venus in Capricorn. Capricorn is Saturnian ruled, and Saturn is saying that it's a time of maturation, growth, but also where Venus and Saturn, where they connect, it means many gifts through through hard work, through continuing to climb that mountain. The gifts can be very big. It's testing times right now. The Capricorn season, I believe this will continue up until mid-January, my dear friends. It's not long to go. What does the Empress promise? Because the Empress also promises love, manifestation, abundance, but also the Empress is very creative energies, and she needs to be patient, right? Oh my God, like two cards that are very similar. Queen of Pentacles and the Empress, same energies. Very motherly, very much about the divine feminine, nurturing, loving, providing, mothering. There's certainty here. There's certain manifestation. There's certain abundance. There's luck as well, as we see the peacock, which is a symbol of abundance, luck, prosperity, intuition. This could be a mother and a daughter relationship, connection. This could also, what this tells me also is that the Empress speaks to being patient, that the seed has been planted, and the Queen of Pentacles holds the Ace of Pentacles, which is not something something that we've dreamed of or we've created only. It's, we actually see the manifestation, the materialism of whatever this is that we've been creating, or we've been patient and hoping to create. Nine of Wands, we're at the end of the burden, we're still standing. Nine of Wands, we're at the end of the heaviness. It has been hard. And we have gone through a lot. We see the Page of Wands in the action and the advice. The action is to go on that adventure, to send that message, to have the guts, to have the courage, to not fear, to feel abundant, even though you may not physically see the abundance. When I speak of abundance, it doesn't have to be only through materialism. It could be through love, through security, through emotional connection. It could be through our emotions, through any relationships. I see a lot of Piscean energy. I think we've got everything here apart from... No, we've got all the elements here. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. And we have Judgment, which is Pluto, right? Second chances. Archangel Michael is saying that it's time to resurrect. It's time to awaken. It's time to make that decision and move forward. We've got Spirit holding our back, caring for us, helping us. This is aid. This is aid through Spirit, through the divine. And there is the Sun. And the Sun does speak to reconnection, reconnecting with someone, reconciliation, happiness, through taking a risk. There will be a resurrection, second chances. Even though it could be there's a lot of fear. I mean, this is Pluto. It's Scorpio energies, right? So remember, Scorpio is where the South Node is. This is what we need to leave behind. The Sun is here. The Sun does speak to that child, that inner child, having the clarity, having warmth, going through a healing process, taking that risk. It's Leo. We've got Leo, and we could say the Sun and Pluto. Very powerful energies. The power of seeing clearly. Anything that's been hidden, the Sun gets to provide that clarity. Remember, the Sun, once the Sun comes through, the clouds clear. We've got a Knight of Cups here, so Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, doesn't have to be. Let's take the Karma Dharma energy for what's going on at this time. Oh wow, we've got Judgment again. This is a double message. If you are watching this reading and thinking of someone, could be any sort of a relationship, could be a business partnership, doesn't matter. The Judgment card coming through a second time says that both people are at a critical point and needing to make an important decision. It's like, because remember it's a number 20. 20 does break down to a 2. 2 is also the High Priestess. So needing to trust your intuition. This could be a connection through with Spirit and the Divine. The High Priestess has a deep knowing. She could also be a third party. If this is a romantic relationship, it could be very secretive. I mean, even with a Hanging Man, which is Pisces in the 12th house, does speak to love affairs as well. Let's take the Lover's Path Tarot and let's see what's going on in lovers. I know for many of you, and relationships are very important at this time. With everything that's been going on, there's been a heavy strain on all relationships, not only romantic, family relationships, partnerships, all relationships are under strain. Let's see what's going on in romantic relationships. We have the Empress again. It speaks to Cleopatra and Caesar. It's called fertility, so it is a time of planting a seed. Maybe the seed has been planted in the past. Remember, Jupiter has recently turned direct. Neptune has recently turned direct in the sign of Pisces. Pisces can speak to a very strong spiritual connection, but also where there's been a lot of deception because of third parties. Also possibly a very important soulmate relationship. We know Cleopatra and Caesar was a very big story, a huge history. It's written history, this love relationship, this romantic past. What I see here is I see the lion. I see a lion here, which does bring up Leo a lot, and leadership, someone who possibly sits in a position of leadership. We did see the sun, or Leo is all about true love, my dear friends, and romance. Needing to take a risk. Let's see what else we've got. We have the Ace of Coins, so this could be something that speaks to a long-term commitment, marriage. A relationship, someone waiting on a relationship that's been promised in the past, needing to be patient. This can speak to a possible marriage. The Empress could be someone that is a mother. Ace of Coins usually many times shows a door, a portal that opens. There are many possibilities here. It speaks to getting grounded. It is a possibility. Remember, aces are always potential as long as we use those potentials, that's those gifts that are given from Spirit. What else do we have? We have the Prince of Staves. So this is the Knight of Wands. Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. We could be talking about a foreigner. We do have a couple here, I'm going to say, with Cleopatra and Caesar. So a very important relationship, but we've got a Prince of Staves here, which can speak to a third party. And we've got the Five of Swords a second time, which does say that there is a third party situation here, and there's a lot of conflict. Now the Five of Swords is sitting on the Knight of Wands. There could be physical distance. Some of you could be dealing with someone that is physically at a distance, or someone that wasn't ready to settle down. There could be an age difference as well. So where love is concerned, we do see possibly a mother that's gone through a lot of hardship, but maybe this Ace of Pentacles, because we do see the Knight of Wands looking towards the Empress here. But there's a lot of promise here with the Empress and the Ace of Pentacles, but there are third parties and there's conflict. Whether it's because there's a physical distance, an age distance, and possible also self-sabotage here. Or someone, because the Knight of Wands is usually not someone that's ready to settle. We'll see what's at the bottom of the deck, and we've got the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups, which does speak to love, true love. Remember, I have mentioned already the High Priestess, and we know that the Queen of Cups is very similar to the High Priestess, and she's also about nurturing, loving. She's very motherly, just like the area here. What is she sitting on? We have the King of Swords. So we've got a Queen of Cups and a King of Swords, and they've got their backs turned to each other. So interesting. King of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Could be someone that's ready to speak up, speak their truth. We do have the Knight of Wands. I usually do pair up fire and air together. This fire sign may also be the King of Swords. Okay, so let's take another layer and see. But I'd like to, first of all, take a universal love card, advice from Spirit. For many of you, there still may be confusion here, but we're going to have a moment of the judgment moment is going to come, and this is a very important moment, very Plutonian. So there's going to be a critical moment moving forward, and this reading is done on the 11th. I would say maybe time-wise, it could be a week to 10 days, this energy. Take it as it resonates for you. We have message from AFAR. And that's what the Eight of Wands tells us here as well. Let's see what this message from AFAR speaks of. And there's a lot of red in the a lot of red in the card, which speaks to a lot of passion. It does bring me to the Knight of Wands. Have the courage to live your dream. Let all unfold from within your soul. Listen to your inner voice. Be yourself. Do what your heart asks of you. Live, speak, and breathe your truth. Every situation you find yourself in is here to help you grow in love and wisdom. Always make the most of life. Focus on what you have, not on what you don't. Be grateful. Show compassion for those less fortunate than you. Smile more often. Dance when no one is watching. Think about your eternal soul. Think about eternity. Think about heaven. Remember to smell the roses, to look up at the sky, to feel the earth beneath you and the endless universe that surrounds you and the stars above you. Feel the breeze, the trees, and the love that fills and surrounds you. You were loved unconditionally, no matter what. Think about 1,000 years from now and 1,000,000 years from now. So the message from afar could also be from spirit, could be from someone that's passed on, or could be from a physical distance, my dear friends. Remember that the general energy is the Judgment card here, and we've got the Sun beneath that. So what I see here with the Page of Pentacles is that something has begun from the past, something that was promised, and it is also showing here, remember it's the Ace that this child or this messenger is holding. We see that the page has matured and has become the Queen. So it's been a long journey, I feel here. Okay, remember after the page comes the Knight. And here we've got a Queen of Pentacles. Now Queen of Pentacles could be a Virgo, Capricorn, or a Taurus. We've also got the Empress, could be the same person, could be two different people. It will be different for each of you. So I feel here with the Empress, it's all about being patient. And we know that the Queen of Pentacles is she is the mother. She is the most experienced, the most mature queen in the deck. So yes, it can speak to fresh energies. We've got two pages here. Here we've got a page which promises something long-term, something of value. Something also may be grounding. But something that was very slow. Remember that Earth is very slow, but it's real. It's physical and tangible. And after that, we see that what's hidden is the Eight of Wands, which is all about change. It's flight, travel. It's Cupid's love messages. It's a lot of action. It's a lot of effort. And it's a lot of fire. Okay, and what I notice is the sun coming, breaking in the background. So a lot of positive energy, a lot of fire. And as Jupiter is going to ingress into Aries again, this is what we are coming up to. Remember that we are in Sagittarius season. The sun is moving through Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is all about optimism, expansion, growth, and wanting that freedom, wanting to go on that adventure, having that vision of the future. Remember, Sagittarius also speaks to the law, justice, truth. And as Jupiter, the ruling planet of Sagittarius, is going to ingress into Aries, we're going to have all that. That's what the sun is showing us as it's moving through Sagittarius. So I do feel that this hold-up is going to end. There's some sort of an ending, and it's happened, and it's happening in the recent past. In the now position, there's still some conflict. We've got the same card twice, which says there's a moment of looking at what we've been invested in, maybe also hoping that someone will make a decision to move forward, that there will be a resurrection, there will be second chances, there will be divine guidance, right? That's what judgment speaks to. It's 20, number 20, second chances to come into balance. We need to trust our intuition that many doors can open. We're one step before that. Whatever is promised here, whatever we've been invested in, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could be a business partnership, right? Where there's been a lot of sacrifice. We've suffered financial loss. We see all the pennies. And well, knock on wood, my monitor is still on, so I can show you the cards. We see all this financial loss here. Maybe also possibly thinking that something that was magical, it's like a bubble has burst for us recently. That something that was magical did not work out that way. So we're still in this energy here. We've got a 5 and a 7, two numbers that are quite conflictual, as well as the 7 of Cups, which can also be very dreamy, but it can also be very magical. That could be promised here. We'll take more cards and see. The fact that we finish with a 5 of Swords here, I'm not that crazy about, and I'd like to get some spielers, first of all here, and see what that 5 of Swords is about. We have the Vedovo, so it's the 3 of Swords. We've got the Widower, or someone suffered some loss. Now it's sitting right on this Knight of Wands. It could be some sort of a breakup because someone was not ready to settle. This is a romantic relationship, right? Or this Knight, of Wands or King of Swords is feeling very lonely. That's what this card speaks to. It speaks to solitude. There may be, as I said, there's been some sort of a breakup and there's still conflict here. Let's see. Wow. 9 of Swords. More swords. We've got the Prigione, which speaks to this Knight of Wands or King of Swords, I'm going to say. Could be someone going through possible divorce and wanting to let go and wanting to go on an adventure. Remember, we've got the King of Swords here, which I think is the Knight of Wands. Let's see what he's sitting on. And we've got the marriage card. We've got the Hierophant. Someone cutting away with traditions. It is called tradition. Romeo and Juliet. Another very famous story that someone out there could be writing about. If it's not Romeo and Juliet, it is a very important love story. So we see the divine masculine showing up more as more sexual, not very open emotionally, or someone that's been hurt, someone who could possibly be going through divorce. But we do see the Queen of Cups, which is the general energy in the Lover's Path Tarot, which means that hearts are open and nurturing. There's like a recessive energy. It's like someone's waiting, possibly on news or someone to become free from obligations, coming out of a marriage. What's beneath that? We've got the Ace of Cups. So there is a new beginning. Ace of Cups is a potential, remember. And this could also, because I did mention the High Priestess. We've got the High Priest and the High Priestess, we could say. So this could be also a very telepathic and intuitive connection, a very spiritual connection. But we see a lot of karma here with the Prigione, very much the Saturnian qualities, where someone has got obligations or they're stuck, feeling chained and bound by law, by some sort of a contract, by timing. Remember, the 9 of Swords is all about stress and anxiety, someone who's not sleeping well. Wow, and we've got Falsita. Someone maybe possibly that has been stuck with another feminine. I mean, the falsita speaks to falsehood. It could be distrust. It could be someone that's quite sneaky. I mean, the cat, remember, she, this knight could be dealing with a divine feminine that was very distrustful or very sneaky, or, you know, the falsita could also speak to having the wrong story, like self-deception, I feel here. It's the Four of Pentacles, which the Four of Pentacles to me speaks to someone holding on and not trusting to share their emotions with others. It could possibly be also someone that's come out, this Knight of Wands, coming out of some sort of shackles because of money matters, or having been in another relationship or commitment with someone that was in it just for the money. Or that there is fun times and the energies are changing, but this Vedovo, we could say this Knight of Wands is seeing things in a very dark way. So they're focusing maybe on a very difficult past. It could be long past or recent past. There is deception here. Now, the deception could mean also that someone out there does not know that there's been a breakup, that there's been someone's going through possible divorce or separation. Someone is not sharing that information. Let's have a look at the falsita. And we've got Alegria and the Nine of Wands, which is also here. We see merriment and happiness here, which could speak to someone that's becoming free, coming out, connecting with friends, feeling a sense of relief. Someone ready to celebrate, maybe self-sabotage or wearing, deceiving oneself. You know, this could speak to the rose-colored glasses, but maybe also fearing the deception or fearing that we're seeing things in a negative way. With the Judgment card twice, there is going to be a resurrection. A resurrection, no doubt. Let's take another layer of cards. Remember, we had the Sun, we had the Knight of Cups. What is the Knight of Cups sitting on? Remember, Knight of Cups is not so certain about moving forward, but we see that this Knight of Cups is wanting reconciliation, is wanting to create happiness, and is willing to take a risk. It's like remember that the Knight of Cups is usually Scorpio energy, so it's like going from the dark to the light, coming out of the darkness. And we see the Four of Pentacles here as well, which is the falsita. This Knight of Cups was not ready and open with their heart. They were holding back or holding on for this, for the right time, for the sun to come through, for the ability to take that risk and create. Now, we've got two knights and we've got an empress and a queen. So there's possibly a maturity or an age difference between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Let's have a look at this Page of Pentacles. What's that about, dear Spirit? What's that about? We have the Two of Swords. Someone being in a dilemma, whatever that they were thinking or hoping for or studying, working on, whether this pentacle could actualize, or there was a message in the past that's put someone in a dilemma, needing to make an important decision. Remember the Two of Swords? It's like having, being blindfolded, not seeing the truth. not having all the information. So whatever was promised in the past was not 100% because someone was scared of being hurt. Remember, the Two of Swords, usually the woman in the card holds or protects her heart. So there was doubt about this Ace of Pentacles that this page holds. Let's look at the hidden position. Eight of Wands. We've got the Six of Wands, which does speak to victory, recognition, coming into balance. Having dealt with someone that is famous, well-known in their community, successful at what they do, or the changes and the action that these wands, remember they're wands that are sent towards a particular target. They will hit the target. They will be successful. This change, this energy, this power surge, and this, let's say this, this transit, this transition, this move. But it will also bring the ending of the darkness. We see the Ten of Swords. For these wands to reach their target, it's not going to be easy because we've got the Ten of Swords. And the Ten of Swords does speak to betrayal or a difficult ending. And this is like making space in one's life to be able to succeed. Remember, the Ten of Swords turns into the Ace. So after darkness, there will be clarity. What will the clarity be about? We've got the Eight of Cups. Someone is ready to take that trip. Eight of Wands, Eight of Cups. Someone is ready emotionally to check out of a situation where they could not find their happiness. Change is on the way. This is not an easy situation, as someone needs to check out and maybe also feel as though they're betraying another party. Or someone is checking out of a situation that was very hard for them, and maybe they've been betrayed, and that's why that's the last straw. They're ready to take that journey, that emotional journey. What's the Hanging Man about? And we've got the King of Wands. So we've got the Knight of Wands needing to finish up with a difficult karmic situation, possibly a 12-year situation. We've got a King of Wands ready to take action. King of Wands does create. He's very powerful. And I would say here, because usually Knight of Wands, he's very powerful. And it could be someone that's been very sacrificing, very generous as well. I get here that it's time now for me. This King of Wands says, now it's time for me to create for myself. That's enough sacrifice. I've done my part. Now I'm going towards what I need to do for me. That's what I get with this Knight of Wands. Now, we've got the Empress, which is very much about creativity. So again, remember we had a King of Swords there. Now we've got a King of Wands. I believe that the Empress is more about the abundance for many. For me, the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles is like one card. So we see that there's decisive action and there's a lot of desire and the power to create. And this King of Wands is someone that is willing to step on toes. And that's the Five of Swords energy, to do what he believes he needs to do. So doing what is right for those that are beneath him and what he is creating. Five of Swords in the now. We've got the Seven of Swords. So that's what the conflict could be about. Maybe there's been deception in the past, and that's probably why there's conflict about moving forward. We do get deception here with the Seven of Swords, but it also speaks to someone finding a way to come back into the story, into the competition, the deal, the picture. They're coming in a very sly way, in a very intelligent way. Let's take one more. Remember, we've got 7 and 5. That speaks to 12, which again speaks to Pisces. So the moon is transiting through Cancer right now. So I'm wondering if this is going to happen in a few days when the moon will transit through Pisces. There could be a return. I did speak of reconciliation as well. Oh my God, there it is. Restart. There is going to be a restart. And there's going to be a lot of tears. Tears of happiness. For someone, this could be tears of sadness. And we see all the fish around, so it could be very dreamy, a dream come true. For some of you, this is a new beginning. And many of you will not expect this. Let's look at that Seven of Pentacles. We go to the Six of Pentacles. So it does deal with the past. We go from the 7 to the 6. The Six of Pentacles to me is now. This is a return on what we've been investing in. Seven of Pentacles is I've invested blood, sweat, and tears. Now there's a return on that. This is a Dharma card for me. We see the scales, they're balanced. This is the return on what we've been invested in, my dear friends. What is this Page of Wands about in the action and advice position? What is this Page of Wands about, dear Spirit? And remember that the Six of Pentacles could also speak to someone needing to pay monies out. If someone's possibly going through divorce, legalities, a legal situation. This is like Karma Dharma, very much Karma Dharma, a Karma Dharma reading. If you've been standing in integrity, it's time for you to receive, and to what you've been working on, you are receiving the return on that. If you've been on the working with the lower vibrations, it's a time of karma. You will be receiving what you've probably done to others, and that's the way karma is, my dear friends. So you know who you are and what you've been giving out, what you've been emanating, what you've been or I should say who you've been. What goes around comes around, my dear friends. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune. What goes around comes around. Here is Jupiter. The Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Fate turns. Let's see what the possible Seven of Cups means. The Wheel of Fate is usually in our favor. It's divine timing. But it can also speak to a long distance trip. Looks like a student. Students are turning into teachers. So what I mean by that is we've all been students, and we've come into the wisdom. It's a time now with Venus in Capricorn to prove that. The Wheel of Fate brings changes. It is a 10. What is the Seven of Cups about? We've got the Fool. A brand new journey begins. A brand new journey, and here is the Fool. Now, someone does feel like a fool. They've been taken for a ride. It's time to open our eyes. We see the deception. We've seen the deception. We are the Hermit now. The Hermit does see the snake, does see the betrayal, also sees what they need to purge. This also speaks to having the ability to read between the lines. Remember, we've got Pisces, Virgo energy here, which Pisces is the illusion. Virgo, though, can be discerning and is very good with cracking the code. What is the Hermit about, dear Spirit? I believe here we get to see the truth. And this starts a brand new cycle. But it could be a continuation of a cycle that we started back in April, May of this year. What does the Hermit find? We see who the devil is, and we see who's been on the up and who hasn't, who's been standing in integrity. We see what the poison is. We see what we need to cut out of our lives. But remember, I want to say that the devil is a cycle that maybe is also ending at this point. It's a karmic cycle. The devil speaks to being stuck, fearing taking this leap of faith, fearing not looking into the truth. But we've got a fair bit of earth here, which brings the grounding, and then we've got cardinal fire, which means the grounding will help us because we go from Aries to Capricorn. We are talking about cardinal energies, and Aries is all about the new beginning. It's all about the youthful energies, which is all about risk-taking, and the devil, which is Capricorn. Yes, I'm going to take that risk, and I'm going to sit on that. How can I say it? I'm sitting in the throne. I am taking ownership, leadership. I have grown, I have matured, I have the wisdom now. And the devil, being Capricorn, can also bring great rewards. Now, this could also speak to someone willing to take that risk, because this is a very strong karmic connection. Let's see what this 9... I want to take one card on the Empress and on the Queen of Pentacles. One card on the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress. And we've got the 9 of Cups, so this is a wish fulfillment. Another 9. We've got the Hermit, the 9 of Cups, the 9 of Wands. We have the 8 of Wands, which turns into the 9 of Wands, which means we are near the end. What's this 9 of Wands? We've got the 4 of Pentacles. I'm going to take some spielers on that, because this says to me that someone is really having difficulty in opening up. But the Ace of Swords, another ace, is a big potential. The Ace of Swords is clarity. We have Constanza, the 10 of Cups, so something very stable, never changing, something constant. We've got the Coffin here, which does speak to an ending. Someone that was forever holding back or holding on is transforming, even though it's very conflictual for them. It's the 5 of Swords, which is right up here. And there it is, bam, Ace of Wands, the connection, the contract, the spiritual connection, the commitment, my dear friends. Another ace. Wow. Wow, wow, my dear friends. I'm going to take 3 handwritten love cards, and we will leave it there. Remember that the Devil card can speak to karma catching up with somebody, someone who's been very narcissistic, a very troubling situation, a karmic cycle. We see that with the Fool card here, someone gets caught out. The Hermit sees the truth. This could also be a spiritual teacher and advisor with a Hermit. Let's take 3 cards. You are very attractive. I don't know if I can keep my hands off you, and that's very much like the Devil energy. It's very sexual. This relationship is a very sexual one. We've got Ace of Swords, so it was in the reverse. This is my truth. Take another card. Someone was having trouble speaking their truth. What is their truth? You are my other half, I feel it, and that's the 6 of Pentacles, which is what's on your mind or their mind. That's exactly what I see here. And we've got 8. And 8 does speak to Leo. 8 is the Strength card. Remember, the infinity symbol is there. This is like revisiting a situation from the past. And the Strength card also speaks to confidence, trusting in your higher self. You know, the Strength card also speaks to a very strong, intimate connection as well. So, what I want to do is I want to take 3 Sibilas on the Devil here, on the outcome position, because we do see that we've got the 6 of Pentacles here. You're my other half, I feel it. This is like someone has been holding back on their truth, or not wanting to see the truth, and now they're forced to see the truth. So we've got 8 of Swords, and it's called jealousy. It's third parties. There are regrets concerning the past. The Devil can also speak to the Devil is Capricorn, and Capricorn is Saturn. And Saturn, remember, is a difficult teacher, but he can be very rewarding indeed. Now we've got a 3 of Cups, which speaks to Belvedere, being on the lookout or waiting on someone's arrival, waiting on the opportunity of a brand new beginning, waiting on someone to come in, to arrive, someone's arrival. And what is the arrival? And I'm going to say this could also speak to a possible birth, because we've got little Cupid, which is an actual child, and it's the 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups does speak to missed opportunities, obviously. But, and I'm going to say also that possibly third parties could also be children or a mother. I mean, we've got the Empress here and the Queen of Pentacles. This could be a mother and a daughter. Doesn't have to be. It could be an aunt and a niece for some of you, I suppose. It could be a relative and not just a mother. But because we've got the 3 of Cups, 3 of Hearts, and the 4 of Hearts, there is a transition. But yes, someone is waiting on love. Someone is waiting on money, possibly also. Remember that Amore does speak to Cupid and love. But remember, it does remind me of Venus. And Venus can speak to better times, right? A better chapter in one's life. So this reading does speak to a lot of having dealt with a lot of karma and waiting for a message from afar. What's beneath the Ace of Swords? We've got justice here. So someone does get their justice. They do get their truth. Beneath that is the Queen of Wands, and we do have the King of Wands here. So we've got a Queen of Wands, we've got a Queen of Pentacles. Now the Empress can be either like the Queen of Wands or the Queen of Pentacles. Could be the same person or could be different individuals. Someone is waiting on their justice. Let's take a few more, just a few more handwritten love cards. I'm going to say that someone's been waiting on someone's arrival forever, or this love situation. Our love affair still haunts me, Ten of Swords, which is in the hidden position. There's the Seven of Swords. I got carried away. I didn't want to hurt you. It didn't mean anything. This is more, of course, these are handwritten love messages. But this is not only a love reading, my dear friends. As we see, there is a contract here, remember? This is something that someone's been hoping for forever. We've got a Nine of Cups and the Ten of Cups here. And this is something that someone's been waiting for forever with the Four of Pentacles here on the Nine of Wands. That's exactly what it speaks to me. And we've got another 7. I'm now awakened. Now I see clearly you are the one for me. 7 of Cups, which is our outcome card. I don't know what to say. The messages speak for themselves. We've got a 20, 21, 22, 23. 23. 23, 23rd of December is when we're having a new moon in Capricorn at the 1st degree of Capricorn. This could be significant for you. A new moon is a new beginning. Just before Christmas, Jupiter will have stepped into Aries. Wow, okay. 23 is also like a portal. It's 11 on the hour clock for me. So today is the 11th when I'm doing this reading. So take the messages as they resonate for you, my dear friends. I would like to take a message from the gods. Before I end this reading, my divine spreads are very special spreads that I have created, and they're, as you know, I don't do them very often. I did used to do one divine spread or even 2 a week. I'm looking forward to bringing you more of these. Right now I'm in between, still moving. It's the Mars retrograde that's holding me back. So I'm hoping 2023 I'll be able to bring you much more astrology, tarot, and we'll be doing live videos as well. Live get-togethers and on Patreon. So do consider joining us there. I am going to be doing a lot more in 2023. It's my year. So the message, the advice from the gods is we have Hisati, Crossroads. I did speak of that. I did speak of the crossroads, my dear friends. I do feel that both parties are at a crossroads right now. So it's a very important time. Now this is the number 4. 4 is the Emperor. 4 is the home as well. And I wanted to speak of Cancer, the Cancerian energy as well, since I've got a few 7s here. And 7 is the Chariot. And I just remembered it now to tell you. Let's read Hisati. The myth. Hisati is an incredibly important, powerful, and complicated deity. Although she appears throughout Greek mythology, she actually predates it. In the ancient Orphic religion, she is said to be the key-bearing queen of the entire cosmos. The key-bearing queen of the entire cosmos, which is like she holds the key, right? Again, the High Priestess comes to me. Hisati is associated with gateways to other realms of existence and is the gatekeeper of hidden realms and sacred knowledge. She is present at the threshold of transformation and represents the road to unknown places. She is depicted as a triple-faced goddess with the heads of a dog, horse, and bear, or those of a dog, serpent, and lion. She may also appear as maiden, mother, and crone, representing the passage through the phases of life and wisdom. She is connected to wilderness and wild creatures and is said to be guarded by black dogs. She carries a torch which shows that she is one who illuminates and brings wisdom. She brings light to dark places, revealing the treasures that are hidden in the unconscious. She carries a knife and rope symbolizing the cutting of the umbilical cord in birth and the severance of body and spirit in death. She also carries a dagger representing power, discernment, and the ability to cut through all things, and a key symbolizing her role as gatekeeper. The message here, my dear friends, and many words do resonate with the reading today. If you've drawn this card, a major life-changing crossroad lies before you. Hesate beckons you to choose a direction. You must make a decision, and that is totally the Judgment card. Change is inevitable, but the direction of change is completely up to you. Hesate is calling you to the untamed and wild areas of life. You must follow this deepest of calls. You know inside the decision you must make, and it is probably a terrifying decision, yet it is one that will take you to your highest calling. Do not be afraid of what you feel deep inside. Follow that inner wisdom and let it lead you to your destiny. Lovely message, my dear friends. And with that, I will leave you. But last message. One card, as I did not take on the Judgment. One card, what is Archangel Michael calling for? And we've got Love, Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is here as well. So trust your intuition, trust in your emotional state at this time. Be good with yourself, love yourself, nurture love and yourself before you give to others, because if you are not in a good emotional place, then it's impossible to be able to share the love with others. That's where I get the Leo energy. Leo needs to feel good before, Aries as well, before they can provide for others. Remember that Leo is the child, the inner child, but it's also generosity, and it's the sun. So Queen of Cups is here. Second chances in love at creating something that we've imagined, envisioned, moving forward. Love and light to all of you, my dear friends. Thank you so much for sharing your precious Sunday with me. Love and light to all of you, and thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. Anyway, love and light to all of you. Talk to you soon. Ta-da.